Welcome to another episode of C# Corner videos. In this video we will compare SQL Server and Microsoft Access databases, and if you have to make a decision how to choose between two. So quick glimpse, in 1988 and 89 Microsoft started working with databases. Today Microsoft's latest versions are SQL Server 2012 and Access 2013. Access 2013 is actually part of Office Suite 2013. So before you make any decision which database to choose for your applications, you need to understand what are you trying to do. You need to answer some of these questions. You need to ask yourself these questions or your clients these questions, what their purpose is, what the end goal is, and some of these questions are right here. So first question is, how much data storage is required? This data storage can be in the size or number of records. For example, if you are building an employees database, how many employees are you really going to store? This company has millions of employees, which chances are really low, few hundred employees. Are you building a website which is like Facebook, where billions, over 1 billion user can be there? Or is this just a simple local company website where only 2000 records will be there? Second question is, who will be accessing data? Is this just a single application accessing data, multiple applications accessing data, and how the data is really stored? Is this on a one machine, or are you okay with copying database on every machine? How many users will be accessing the data? Again, is this a unlimited number of users, or is just, it's a few people in HR are going to use this data? How about scalability and reliability? What about budget and skilled workforce? Do you have enough people, those are who are skilled to handle and install and maintain SQL Server? Is there any need for user interface? Do you have an application that provides all user interface, or some interface has to be part of database? So all these questions you need to ask yourself. So for example, one of my clients recently asked, they want to build a customers database where they need few screens where they can add a new customer, find existing customers, update and delete existing customers, and their phone numbers and address and so on and so forth. So perfect, this is a good example of having an Access database. But then they added few other things. They added that they want to access this data from any device, anywhere. They want to access this from their mobile devices, they want to access this from their home, or while they're traveling. And they also want to, one person can update the record and everybody should see the updated record, updated data. So that created a complexity right there, because in Access you can do that. So which means is now my recommendations changed. Now my recommendations became that I think we better build a website and put the SQL Server in the backend as a database, so you can access that from anywhere through any device and update and find data from anywhere you want. So this is how you need to ask these questions. Now if you do pick Access, there are some obvious advantages. First of affordability, portability, maintainability, and distributable. So obviously Access is very cheap to afford, own. If you have a Microsoft Office already, you own a copy of it, you already have it. Your customers, if they are running Office already, the chances are they already have it. It's easy to distribute, since there's only one file. You can carry that file and copy it wherever you want. So that's really easy to distribute. Now on the other hand, if you have SQL Server, it has its own advantages. Capacity, so you can store a lot more data in it. Actually you can store millions of billions of records. Accessibility, since SQL Server runs on a server, as long as you have access to it. You can access from anywhere in the world as long as you have internet connection. Flexibility, reliability, scalability. There are three more major points out there. If you're looking for those, you need to think about SQL Server. Security and maintenance. So security, database, SQL Server comes with security. You can add user ID, passwords, and only those people with a valid user ID and password can access the database. And then you can also not only secure the database access, you can also secure the data itself. So server comes with the encryption and decryption mechanism. Maintainability. So this could be a benefit as well as drawback for SQL Server. Since there is only one copy on the server, so it's easy to maintain because you only need to go access only one machine. While it's easy from hardware side, but since database is complex, so you really need to know, you should be a DBA, you need to know how the database works, what the tables are, views are, store props, and so on and so forth. On the other hand, if you have access, it's just one file. Now here comes a little tricky part. Let's say you have some database and you want to update date once in a while. What does mean? You want to change add a column to the database table. You want to add a table, new table. You want to make those kind of changes. Now think of, if you're using Access and you have 200 customers using it, everybody has a local copy of that database. You will have to ask every customer to get a new copy. So that creates a headache for you. On SQL Server, all you need to do is update on the server and everybody downloads new application and you are good to go. So besides these two, there are two more options you will see while you are working with Microsoft databases. One is SQL Server Express, another one is SQL Server Compact. So Express is just a simple version of SQL Server. It's usually for developers who are building local application to test and use this as a lightweight SQL Server. You can also distribute as a copy to client if you need to store some local data. However, SQL Server Compact is built for that purpose. If you have a mobile application or you have a you need to distribute local copy, smaller local copy of the database, SQL Compact is recommended. If you go to C# corner, there is a book section. On the book section, I've actually written a book on how to work with the SQL Server Compact databases. I hope you like this video. Any feedback or comment you have, please feel free to post right here. Thank you.